My name is Madison Inglum. It is the spring semester of 2016. My ID number is 883-77912. The CRN number is 23883. And the course number is 230121. People are aware of the Industrial Revolution but don't really know who contributed to it. Adam Smith was a main factor to this, as he is known as the father of economics. He was a Scottish professor who was intrigued with the inventions being made at that time. He has paved the way on how we view economics today through his writings, as he made a model of the capitalist system. Smith was born in Scotland, the county of Fife. He attended the Burgh School of Kirkcaldy, and he entered the University of Glasgow at age 14. That was where he studied moral philosophy under Francis Hutcheson. This is where he got his passion for liberty, reason, and free speech. Smith was offered to go to school at Oxford, but he considered the School of Glasgow to be far more superior than Oxford. After Smith graduated, he began giving lectures in Edinburgh. His lecture topics were mainly about fine writings, also known as belles lettres. After all that, in 1751, he earned a professorship at Glasgow University. The next year, the head of moral philosophy died, so Smith took over the position and stayed in that position for 13 years. Smith was also a tutor who traveled, who also met up with two well-known economists. Smith's main contribution to economics would have to be his writing, The Wealth of Nations. This book is basically the groundwork for how we know economics today. He laid the conceptual foundation for measuring nations' wealth, rather to be how the nations produce things rather than how much gold or silver they have. He also believed that the less government involvement in business was more beneficial. This was known as the laissez-faire. He also had another book, and that was before The Wealth of Nations, and it was called The Theory of Moral Sentiments. This expresses the idea that humans are naturally self-interested. No matter what individuals do, they will do it in the best interest for themselves. This theory states the function of morality in our behavior. This was the groundwork for The Wealth of Nations. A critical point in the book is that the economic system is automatic, only with free trade and competition. When there are insufficient demands for merchandise, the people will assist and pay for whatever is needed. No government is needed. And with that, there will be more profit for investors to produce more. Smith believed profit came more from production rather than exchange. With that is where he recognized the 4 stages of social development, which was hunting, pasturage, agriculture, and commerce. These stages are the basis for economics and life. The hunting stage is just members of society who have no privileges or power. Pasturage is like the beginning stage where people begin to have power. And power means being able to have wealth, which means you'll have to have cattle. Agriculture could be known as the heart of economic relations. It is the basis of how people survive, considering that it is progressed with land ownership and property, thus commerce being the consequence of agriculture. The power of landowners are limited, so they have to accept freedoms from other producers. Commerce flourished as money came from agriculture. Smith also edited production to go into 2 separate factions, which is manufacturing and agriculture. Since then, production contained land, labor, and capital, but now it also contains entrepreneurship. Social classes began to receive money, but it wasn't all the same. Landlords received rents, Laborers received wages, and capitalists received profits. Production relies on them to succeed. Smith's contributions all persist with the macroeconomic topic of behavioral economics and economic growth. An example would be the invisible hand. It's a metaphor that highlights the social benefits from individuals' actions. He stressed that this invisible hand will have a positive consequence, a positive outcome on economics, which is why he believes that without government involvement, economics will flutter. This is also where the laissez-faire comes in, where it's a policy where things take their own course without interference, which is the absentation of governments from interfering the workings of the free market.